He's still at 27. Lakers missing three-point jumpers. Who just made that? Yo, I gotta see some of it. I don't want this to be the way that the series ends. Why are they not playing Jackson? Dog, y'all not even fighting for the glass. Like, do they want to lose? They probably exhausted too. This is ridiculous. Y'all are giving up the boards like this? You don't want to play no more. Fuck, how did you gave him so much space. What is this? Now, obviously, I'm happy about LeBron losing. But dude, they just let Randall just drive right in. Like, what is that, man? What defense is that? I don't mind the team that I want to see move up. I don't mind if they lose. But if they lose playing bad ball, it's just like, what the fuck? I watched 3 minutes of that Heat versus Cleveland game. This was up 50 in the first quarter. I've never seen a team so sorry in my life. Obviously, they weren't up 50 in the first, but like 30 is basically 50. It don't even matter if they do win. They're not winning this series. Not playing like this. Y'all could win. I still have no faith beyond this point. Losing in front of Kyrie is like losing in front of the bitches. That's like stuttering in front of the hoes. Holy fuck, these niggas. How do you keep letting him? It's the same nigga. I'm glad that the Lakers not my team. But Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. I guess you going up with Rudy Gobert next to you, Austin Reeves? Why not pass the ball? The only pride I take in this is the fact that niggas exactly like Los love LeBron James. These are the type of niggas that got his jersey. They got it hanging up on the wall in their house, in their crib. This is going to be bad overall because this also sells what quite literally could be one of the most entertaining games in the entire finals, because now we're not getting Lakers versus Golden State. But to be honest, Lakers would have lost that the way they playing. It wouldn't have even been a matchup. Niggas had that game going to 6 and 7. Playing the way they were playing, that game might not even have gone to 5. They were dog shit. And I'm not saying this because I'm from there. Detroit would have beat the shit out of the Lakers this year. I mean this from the bottom of my soul. Why do you have Rui Hachimura jump ball against Rudy Gobert? Jackson Hayes is not sick. You can put him in for the tip and then go back for at least to be a fighting chance. My fucking God. How bad does this look to you? Who's supposed to be on him? Almost a turnover just because this nigga big. Almost a turnover just because he's large. If he decided to jump, if he just decided to be smart and use his body for something other than flailing around on the court, that would just be an easy turnover. And Bron did it in his face. It's like, my brother in Christ, is no one gonna jump for the ball? But he going up and getting through y'all. Y'all not going, like, it's 4 y'all! 4 more niggas again. All of them surrounding Rudy Gobert. They went through their whole rotation of players damn near and had them all shoot the ball. And the only reason they missed or like squandered this opportunity is because everybody in this moment was. And this looks like an off game for Minnesota. They're not even shooting well. You're not doing that every time though. But that was a good. Okay, that's the hustle. That's the hustle. Bro, come on, man. Don't show me his face. I hate seeing Rudy confident. Y'all really hate him, damn. He cool to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. And the crazy part is nobody's going up with him. We saw the rest of this, how it went. I can't believe they're gone. You know what? It's not even that I can't believe they're gone. It's that I can't believe LeBron's gone. That's really what it is. If you showed me the Lakers team by themselves, I'd be like, oh, I get it. I get why they was out first round. This whole game goes different if they actually got that Mark Williams trade. I just think about the world that would have been created had that trade actually worked out. It was looking so up. You heard that they got Luka. It's like, all right, bad. A couple days later, what? Wait, who? They getting who? Oh, this is perfect. That's all they need.
JJ Redick had them play a whole half with no subs last game.
Well, I mean, everybody, by the first game or the second, everybody knew, like, they don't have a bench. Once you saw what was happening, like, you knew that this was the outcome, but you thought maybe they make it a little bit further, or they take it a little bit further, you know? That's what a lot of people were hoping for. Even the Lakers fans, I think, knew that after game 1 or game 2. And we're like, okay, but maybe they can still do it. Maybe they can still pull it out. There was absolutely, even if they managed to get by the Timberwolves, there's absolutely no way that the Lakers were getting beyond whoever it was, Houston or Golden State, for however many games they
Pistons
need to be in there
IN7.
for. No. Timberwolves beat the shit out of LA. Rockets just won their game against the Warriors. So Timberwolves are chilling right now. OKC been chilling since they go on almost a week of chilling. So they're getting the rest of fucking doom right now. Like this is the best. I feel like they're gonna be in tip top form. I feel like, and a lot of people were saying like, oh shit, rest might not always be a good thing. I don't know. A team like this, I feel like they need the rest. They have a good rotation, but still. Nuggets versus the Clippers. Nuggets won their game yesterday. So what is the score? Denver's leading 3-2. It's looking kind of bad for the Clippers. I still have them, but it's looking kind of bad. I was right about, OKC taking Grizzlies in 4 games. I was right about that. I was right about Cleveland taking Miami in 4 games. I'm hoping that the Clippers can win this next game, so that they can really make this stick. I'm really hoping. I don't know who's going to win. Nuggets versus Clippers has been the most entertaining series to watch out of this whole thing, so we got that. But to be honest, objectively speaking, even though they're my team, or a team that I love, Pistons versus the Knicks and Nuggets versus the Clippers have been the best games to watch. I'm not being biased. The only problem with the Nuggets is that they're not going to last stamina-wise. Quiet as it's kept, Nuggets don't have a bench either. They cannot contend with the stamina that will ultimately be OKC. So OKC will move forward no matter what. But they will have some good games. They definitely will have some good games. But I just don't think they got it all the way. They're going to be playing. It's not going to be one of those 4-0 blowouts. Like, this is going to have to go to distance. Even if they do want to count on Jamal Murray as a scorer, he go crazy. Timberwolves versus Warriors. I still see that happening. Timberwolves versus OKC sound like a movie, but I don't see Timberwolves completely beating out Golden State. But I think they can do it. Timberwolves versus OKC. I would love to see that game. I would definitely love to see it more than Golden State versus OKC. NBA will hate that. I would love that. Cleveland versus the Pacers. I'm going to give it to Cleveland just because I prefer them, but the Pacers could still win. They got good team chemistry. Siakam is still fucking ass. So I feel like they just don't have the bench to contend with the Cavaliers. They might take a couple games. They might. But they don't have the bench that the Cavaliers got. They just don't. I'm sorry. They got so many players to give rest to. Cleveland got that probably by game 5, game 6. Knicks versus the Pistons. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I pray that the Pistons win their next 2 games. They have a great strategy low-key, even though they kind of almost squandered it at one point. They played really well last game. But they still need 2 wins back-to-back to take this series. And I got a really bad feeling about them next game. I just do. See, that's the thing, bro. Brunson has been having issues with his ankle almost every game since game 2, I think. And so I definitely think that's going to play a part in his abilities all across the board. Even with those ankle issues in the earlier stretch, he was able to drop 30 on niggas 3 games in a row. I'm not going to forget that. But I think it's really starting to get to him. And his stamina, I don't think is going to be enough to hold him out, even if the Knicks manage to take the Pistons in the series, to take them to a matchup against Cleveland, who I think is going to beat the Pacers. So
Josh Hart need to learn how to shoot.
he'd be good sometime, yeah. But yeah, I think more shooting opportunities from him would definitely put them in a much better position. But he doesn't take shots or opportunities that he doesn't know he can close on, which I respect. But I also think is a kryptonite because you could be scoring too. I feel like he could be more effective if he took more opportunities, but I get why he doesn't. I definitely get why he doesn't. I'm going with my favorite, obviously, Pistons, but I don't want Pistons to win this just to go against the Celtics and lose. Honestly speaking, if the Pistons got to lose, I'd rather it be against the Knicks than against Boston because I'm not watching Boston play. I'm just not. Only way I'm watching Boston play is if a team that I actually like somewhat goes against them, and I don't think the Pistons got enough of a roster to go against the Celtics. So I wouldn't want to see them get blown out. And Knicks, I feel like, at least have a fighting chance. But Jalen Brunson's ankle might give out. But I would prefer Knicks over Celtics. But I'm also not trying to see Knicks lose against the Cavaliers. Honestly speaking, these are all bad games. The best opportunity I have for some great gameplay was if Lakers ended up going to the Warriors. But that's shot. So the best next games that we going to have is Timberwolves versus OKC. And I'm definitely going to be looking very strongly at Cavs versus Celtics, which seems to be the lineup. Like, that's most likely. So, OKC versus Timberwolves instead of who I originally thought making it to the end, which is the Cavs versus the Celtics, which I hope Cavaliers win, but realistically, Celtics might take that. They got experience, too, a little bit more. So, it'll still be OKC versus Celtics, I feel like, which might be the most boring championship game that we will ever see. I get no enjoyment watching Shea perform, and I get no enjoyment watching Jason Tatum perform. Like, I would want to see anyone else, literally anyone else, making it and being in those positions. I respect their team composition. Think they're very talented. They're very effective. But Jesus Christ, it's comatose. It's comatose, brother. So I'm hoping for Timberwolves. I just hope it's Timberwolves sitting at the end now. Because I just thought about it, chat. That might be the most boring championship we ever see. So I need Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle and Alexander and Naz Reid and Rudy fucking Gobert to be consistent and lock all the way the fuck in and go crazy. If OKC takes it over the Clippers, God forbid Timberwolves manage to lose against the Warriors in their series. I don't think that happens, but God forbid. It'd be Warriors against OKC, which would be, I would not watch any of that. I wouldn't. I couldn't bring myself to watch that. Let's hope for Timberwolves versus the Cavaliers. Chat. Let's hope for that. That's the best case scenario for entertainment, game-wise. That's literally it. There's no other way. That's what I would love to happen. Now that I'm looking at it. I didn't think it was going to look like this. I didn't. I'll be honest. Nah, I did have the foresight to know that some of those teams was going to make. I predicted OKC versus Boston in the end of it. That was my prediction in the original bracket that we did. I just hope it doesn't happen.